In all my talk of wordless stories, feelings, empathy, I talked about games, about movies, even mentioned on the existence of wordless books. But nowhere did dance come up. Dance may have even preceded humanity before that evolutionary transition from chimpanzees, and so it may be one of the first storytellers, the first threads tying a group of our ancestors together. Could be that even before there was language, let alone words to write down, there was dance. A storyteller conveying a story through their body, accompanied by music or rhythm somewhere in the gathering. This was something that couldn't be recorded for centuries, millennia to come. You had to be there. This is the oldest communal element to storytelling, in lockstep with campfires and stories spoken around the flame, around our neighbors. You had to be there with others in order to experience the story. The communal aspect has transcended even as our methods of recording and accessibility have changed and evolved. Circuses were transient, wandering threads tying the wayward together into a singular experience. Love them, hate them, or fear them, clowns rely not on words, but on physical absurdism and escalation in order to tell a simple, entertaining story. A dance that is just as much for the audience as it is fueled by it. Mute the commentators from a professional wrestling match, and you're still left with an intricate dance between at least two well-practiced performers performing a story of combat, characters, binaries, redemption, and loss. We may be able to access wrestling outside of the arena with streaming, cable, and pay-per-view, of course, but like a circus requires entry to see into the big top, like the old stories required you to be in the community to witness the dance, it makes a difference to be in the stands, ringside, surrounded by other people enjoying the same dance as you. You just had to be there. There are the stories tied into history of people dancing for an audience that they couldn't see. Folk and community dances would be performed as ritualistic entertainment for the gods, who they hoped would, in turn, maintain peace in the world. In religious and shamanistic rituals, asking, begging for rain so a people could survive one more season. The push and pull of a partnered dance rife with unspoken tension, its roots reaching back millennia as a simple way of showing interest in another person. A dance not for an audience of many, but for one, held in lockstep with you. Even the modern club and rave scenes with tracks so synthesized, so blasted through the speakers that words fall away, and there is only rhythm, light, noise, and being surrounded by others in the same fugue state as you. No audience, no goal, just movement, just feeling. But what I keep coming back to in my lived experience is a modern dance showcase or a dance ensemble. Working in and attending colleges, these were the kinds of performances I would often see. Passion projects from enthusiastic students either just learning to dance for the first time in their lives or long committed to the craft. Rapid-fire vignettes, a 3-minute long song followed by another, each demonstration by a different director, a different set of dancers with some prop or vibe or wild form of expression and augmentation to elevate the experience. Like, think of a bunch of dancers in harnesses rocketed up into the air as someone on the other end of the rope launches off the top of a ladder, pulling the other end upward. All just college students finding ways to engage with others, express themselves individually and as part of a collective effort. Each showcase was just long enough to engage the audience, ramp their emotional high to or through the ceiling, and gradually let it down to level for the next showcase. And somehow, they're still stories. They dealt in excitement, in melancholy, in joy, sorrow, anger, affection, tribute, all sorts of things without the dancer speaking a single word, and often without the songs using any words themselves. That makes it a strange overlap with empathy, especially as demonstrated in the other wordless stories. Sometimes, yes, a dance is choreographed and performed with the intent to evoke a specific emotion or set of emotions to allow the feelings of the dance inside you. But then those feelings can also be more nebulous, asking instead that you simply open yourself up to feeling That you won't necessarily feel a specific emotion, but more generally, you will feel emotion stirred within you. Something that doesn't need definition, just radiating from the stage and into your soul, inexplicable, but no less moving. Is it the ability to make their body do what you're witnessing, the precision of their abilities? The marriage of movement and music creating a truly one-of-a-kind experience? Is it just being in the actual presence of art being made? I don't know. But I know it makes me feel. And somehow, this is all to say that there are games about this sensation, games that trigger something different than the wordless stories in the main video. Like Bound. Are there words in there? Objectively, yeah, there are subtitles for the hissing language used in a few cutscenes, but you know what makes up 99% of the experience? Dance. The character controls like a literal ballerina, different button inputs guiding them to dance in a new way. Jumps, twirls, skips, rolls, flips, even their sprint is the intentional balance beam run of a trained dancer. String those moves together over the course of several chapters over an oscillating and mesmerizing stage, and you get a one-of-a-kind experience. A choreography and a performance all your own. Rez. Is it a funky techno lock-on rail shooter? No. It's a singular musical experience just beneath the surface, creating a soundtrack dictated by you, the movement and ascendance of the digital dancer weaving through cyberspace dictated by your input, your actions against the other guys. It's a dance that you're creating in real time while the soundtrack is being composed based on that dance in real time. It invites flow, synergy, oneness with the experience by making you a part of the experience. Thumper? No, I get it, but hear me out. There comes a point later in that game, far later than my dead cat-like reflexes can ever get me, where it's not about skill or timing, it's about practice. It is a dance you are training yourself to perform so that sometime, eventually, you'll be able to nail it, guided by both your understanding of the craft and the power of the rhythm blasting through you. All without relying on words. A craft that may be older than language itself. If you open yourself up to the experience on the stage, to these kinds of games on our screens, you may not know exactly what you'll be made to feel, but you will feel something, even if you can't put words to it.